Big news in the Bayou in New Orleans, of course. The Saints have their new defensive coordinator. It is former Chargers head coach Brandon Staley. Let's get to know Brandon Staley. Brandon Staley started his coaching career as a graduate assistant in Northern Illinois in 2006 to 2008. Then he went to St. Thomas in Minnesota as the D-lines coach and special teams coach in 2009. He went to Hutchinson as the associated head coach and defensive coordinator in 2010 to 11. He went to Tennessee as a graduate assistant in 2012. He went to John Carroll as the defensive coordinator and secondary coach in 2013. He left to join James Madison as the defensive coordinator and linebackers coach in 2014. He came back to John Carroll as the DC and secondary coach, the same position he coached in 2013, but lasted for 2015 to 2016. He then went to Chattanooga as the defense coordinator after one season in 2017, but then the move became surprising. He left there to go to Chicago with the Bears, led by Vic Fangio, who was the defense coordinator with the Bears back then. He becomes the outside linebackers coach in 2017 and 2018. He went to Denver as an outside linebackers coach in 2019. He went to Sean McVay and the Rams in 2020 as a defensive coordinator. Then he stayed in LA to become the next head coach of the Chargers in 2021 to 23. And then he was spending his time in San Francisco as an assistant head coach in 2024. This hire, not surprised to me because we know this. He was the leading candidate for the defensive coordinating job. Again, the Saints hired Brandon Staley. This is a guy that Kellen Moore. Again, Brandon Staley hired Kellen Moore to become his offensive coordinator. Now, Kellen Moore hires Brandon Staley to become his defensive coordinator. And he's got a coach that's been to head coach before. And he's going to bring that head coaching experience to Kellen Moore. Of course, Kellen Moore will coach for the first time in his career. But Brandon Staley's been to all around these places, of course. That's defense coordinator with the Rams, of course, had some great success there for just one season in 2020. And then he becomes the head coach with the Chargers, which it was a meh year. He went 24-24 record after the past 3 seasons with the Chargers. But can you see him coming back as a head coach? I could see that, but he's going to deal with some good players in that defense. Of course, Cam Jordan is in there. Tyrann Mathieu. They hope to get Paulson Adebo back. Their defensive leaders, of course, Demario Davis as well. So Brandon Staley is going to be working on this defensive side, while Kellen Moore and Doug Nussmeier, who was yesterday officially announced as the next offensive coordinator, to work on the offense. If you have not checked my MLS prediction video, go check that out. Again, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll put those on the description button. Again, big news today. The New Orleans Saints have hired former Chargers head coach Brandon Staley to become their next defensive coordinator.